Hey, Melissa.
Hi, Roger.
We're rolling.
Okay.
Okay. You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
So, why don't you tell folks a little bit about yourself, a little of your history?
Okay. I was sighted for 25 years, have been blind for 7 years now. After losing my eyesight, I went back to college and got my bachelor's degree in community-based disability programs and social problems, which is a human service degree. Ever since I graduated in 2006, I had been searching for work for any type of position that would allow me to use my assistive technology to be able to perform my duties, and have just had a heck of a time and a struggle trying to find some place that was willing to accommodate my disability.
So, I mean, just as an individual, I mean, what do you need to be able to work?
Considering that I am completely blind, I need to have access to a speech program on my computer, adaptive equipment such as a braille labeler to label files.
Do you have those things? Can we just actually look at them? Can you show them to people?
Yes. This is my braille labeler, and what this does is you turn it to the different letters of the alphabet, you squeeze the trigger on the back side, and it imprints the braille on the label that pops out, and then you can just tear it off, peel the sticky back off, and put it onto whatever file or whatever program, that you might use it for.
So only you'll be able to know what it is, us sighted people.
Yes, yes. You can make your own labels. Yeah, and that just makes it easier for me if I'm in my file drawer and reading over my labels and stuff, that I know exactly what I'm going for.
And you could use that to label other stuff too, like drawers or lines on a phone. Or
Oh, yeah, anything like that.
Yeah.
Puffy paint is another accommodation that you see on a lot of clothes and stuff. I have some on my computer. I use it because there's a mute button on the touchpad that I tend to hit every once in a while, so I had to mark that. I use it at home to mark my stove, my washer, my dryer. I have a talking microwave at my house. Talking scale, all kinds of stuff like that, just to make accommodations, talking thermometers.
Okay, well, let's see your computer.
Okay.
This, I suppose, is where you do everything, like all of us.
Oh, yes. Yes. And the speech program I use is called JAWS. And so...
So basically it just speaks to you. You
It
don't
does.
need the monitor.
No, I don't use the monitor at all. On my desktop behind me over here, I don't even turn the monitor on. And it works just like any other computer. You can surf the internet, you can do email, you can write up documents, you can just do whatever you need to when you type up a document in Word, just like everybody else would. Spell check it. The speech allows me to hear what I'm typing when I type it, and then I can also read it back to me as I go, so I can read from the top of a document to the bottom. I can stop it. I can go, navigating with the keyboard because I can't use the mouse.
Okay, why don't you go ahead, bring up a document, kind of show how you navigate the menus.
Okay.
Type in a word processing.
So basically, you would open your Microsoft.
So that's kind of fast.
Yeah. I'm guessing you want me to turn it down.
No, just leave it fast.
Okay. And everybody can set it at a different rate. Mine, I believe, is at 60 or 65% speed, that was what this one is right now. So it can go up to 100%, which is extremely faster than this. Or you can obviously slow it down so that it, everybody can understand it, which at that point would drive me insane because I need to have a faster speech. So then, like, this is just a basic Word document. Oops. So, like that, I just typed in, this is JAWS. This is how JAWS works. I type and it reads back to me what I type. You can save your document, which, just the same commands.
So you just use the keyboard commands.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, basically I can navigate around using my tab key, my up and down arrow keys, everything like that, versus clicking with the mouse and all of that like any sighted person would do. We have to use the keyboard itself to navigate.
Okay, so basically you have a college degree and you want to work
Yes,
and you have a lot of skills.
I do. I have loads of skills. Graduated with a high GPA and everything, and just trying to get anybody. I've had numerous interviews here in town, and I don't tell them on the phone that I am blind when I set up the interview, which gets me a lot of interviews. I walk in, and people are just shocked that I cannot see. That pretty much pulls the interview to a pretty quick halt right there. A lot of people, graciously do the interview, and then they ask about the assistive technology. I tell them what speech I use. I've even brought my computer in to show them. But too many people, companies, organizations, are just petrified that my speech program is going to put a virus into their network system. It's going to, do something to completely derail their organization. And it's not true at all. When you put JAWS on a computer, it goes onto that one computer. It is not on any other computers in the system. It's not linked through network to anything. It just specifically is maintained on the one computer.
So you traumatize them.
I do. Yes. I'm a very easy person to work with, I promise. But yeah, and so working here where I do now, I am able to access almost everything. There's still some glitches that JAWS doesn't get into certain parts of our database here and stuff like that. But for the most part, everything is
Yes, and Google has a problem.
Oh yeah, Google is terrible. I have to go, we have Google Mail here at the office and everything, and I have to find ways around that, like using Windows Live Mail, because that lets me access the site. Google and JAWS just don't get along at this point, but they're trying to make it more accessible and just haven't been able to do it yet.
Well, thanks, Melissa.
Yes.
This has been great.
Yes.
And I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
Okay.